Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Honestly, we really haven't seen all that much weapon tuning in Vanguard over the course of Season 1. We've seen a few changes here and there, but finally with the mid-season update, we saw a bit of weapon tuning, and also we got a brand new weapon in the Whalegun, so I figured we haven't gone ahead and looked at the best class setups and best weapons in Vanguard in a little bit. Today, we should do that. We should break down what I consider to be the top 5 best class setups to be using in Vanguard multiplayer right now. So as we go over them all, if you enjoy the video at any point, or if you find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, this is the best place to be for all things going on in COD, between Warzone, Vanguard, and everything in between. I got you covered on a daily basis, so feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. And also, today is the final day of the current boost on my G Fuel discount code. If you want to grab anything from the G Fuel site, a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, Code Immortal has you covered with that spicy 30% off. So first up, this one I feel like is probably a surprise to no one. The Automaton is still one of the best options to be running in multiplayer right now. I mean, the thing is just so consistent. It is the perfect aggressive assault rifle to be using when it comes down to it. I mean, for close range and medium range, it can hold its own because it's got that decent fire rate, and at long range, the thing will absolutely fry as well because it's got a pretty solid damage output. This thing has really been a goat since the start, if I'm being honest with you guys. It's an absolute beast. For starters here, we're going for the stabilizer. This gives us better accuracy, so better bloom, but then also that better damage range. That's ideal for those medium to long range fights. For the barrel here, we're going for the Anastasia Sniper. This is one of the best barrels in the entire game. It hurts your hipfire accuracy, but it's a rifle. We're not really using the hipfire on it, so that is pretty much negated by the fact that we're using this for medium and long range fights, and instead gives us better accuracy, so better bloom yet again, and also better velocity and range. Like I said, pretty much the perfect barrel. I like the 2.5 G16 scope on here. It's just a nice, clean optic, good sights, and it's perfect for really any range because it doesn't have too much zoom, but enough to, fight in those longer ranges. For the stock, I'm going for the padded. Better recoil and accuracy during sustained fire is pretty solid if you ask me. I'm going for the hand stop on here as well. This is a pretty much copy and paste under barrel on most weapons. Better control, better accuracy, no-brainer choice there. For the magazine, I actually go for the damage increasing rounds here, the Klauser 50 round mags. While they do hurt your recoil and accuracy a bit, obviously we've already gained that back some with some other attachments, and these things will just melt everyone in your sight, so I love those. Also going for lengthened and polymer for the best control and velocity over the course of range. It's going to be better at all ranges because of that. I'm also going for tight grip, better accuracy and recoil during sustained fire as well. Frenzy, though, is a great alternative here too. Then lastly, I go for fully loaded just to max out that ammo. Now for the secondary perks and equipment, this is the same on pretty much all my classes, so we'll just go over it once here. I pretty much always run the machine pistol. I'm rarely ever actually using it, but on here I'm going for the stabilizer, the short barrel, the slate reflector just for that basic red dot. I don't really like the iron sights on there. The hair trigger for better sprint to fire and hip fire accuracy. The fire rate just an added bonus on there. I go for the 40 round mags just to ensure if I miss some shots, I have enough ammo that I don't have to stop and reload. Lengthened or honestly incendiary would work great here. I also run polymer for the better control, tight grip for the better control, and quick for the better mobility on that. And then for my perks, fortified, forward intel, and lightweight. I love that's a perfect combination. It keeps me safe from grenades and all the fire spam and everything. I get to see where enemies are spawning because of forward intel. Then lightweight, I can just maneuver around a little bit faster and finesse enemies. Then I like using the Molotov, honestly. It's good to cut off choke points, and then the stun as well is pretty solid, as is the stims. But that fast TTK, you don't always have the time to get off that stim, so I like the stun to sort of preemptively help in that gunfight. And like I said, that's the same on literally every single setup. Now, the second weapon we're looking at, the second class we're looking at is, of course, the MP40. Again, this one should be no surprise to anyone. It's the #1 SMG choice of all the pros, by far one of the top SMGs in the game. Maybe not the #1 best anymore after the mid-season update. More on that here in a moment, but regardless, the MP40 is still an absolute beast here in multiplayer and by far one of my favorite choices. The setup here is pretty much exactly what the pros use most of the time. First up, we're going for the recoil booster to give us that better fire rate, a little bit better for, playing aggressive. The 317mm barrel here for that better accuracy and control. I go for the ISO 1M iron sights just like over in Warzone. They give you that better ADS, and I just like the look of them. We also have the folding stock for the better sprint to fire and the better movement. If you're wondering why I don't use removed, this one doesn't help with the sprint to fire at all, and I'd like to have that on there to play as aggressive as possible. I go for the hand stop here, better control, better accuracy. Honestly, skeletal or the pistol grip is also a pretty solid choice too. Honestly, for the magazine, you got 3 different choices. I would use anything but the Gorenko 32 round mags for multiplayer. The fast mag works great. This is what a lot of pros use. The 64 round mag is also fantastic, just slows you down a little bit. And honestly, the Kerr's 32 round with the damage increase on there are also very, very solid as well. So really any of those work, just depends on what you want to get out of the weapon. The faster reload, the more damage, whatever fits your play style there. Again, going for lengthened and polymer. I go for steady in this case for the first perk. Reduce movement penalties, just makes you a little bit faster. And then also quick for the better mobility as well. Now, another gun that is just an absolute demon in multiplayer is the Cooper Carbine. At the start of the season, this thing dropped, and let me tell you, it has been one of my go-tos for multiplayer, especially for a rifle. This thing is just about as good as it gets when it comes down to it. I mean, the Cooper is just insane. It's nice and aggressive, and even with a more medium to long range based build, the thing still fries up close as well, just because it's got good mobility for a rifle. So first up, again, we're going for the stabilizer, better accuracy and damage range. I'm going for the Cooper Custom barrel. Honestly, the Ragdoll G45 works pretty well too, but Cooper Custom gives you the better fire rate and better accuracy and control, so that's my main pick there. Slate reflector, basic red dot, works for all ranges. The padded stock for the better accuracy and control during sustained fire. Hand stop for all the same reasons as before. Same deal with lengthened and polymer. I'm also going for the 30 45 round mags, or the 30 carbine 45 round mags, because they are damage increasing. Just allows you to destroy anyone in your path. Honestly, the thing's TTK is insane. I'm also going for tight grip for that better control during sustained fire, and fully loaded once more. Another beast is the brand new well gun. I'm not gonna lie, this might be the new best weapon in all of Vanguard multiplayer. It is an SMG. The way I have it built is like an AR SMG hybrid, and I tried a lot of different setups with this thing as I was leveling it up and getting gold and diamond and atomic for it. And this setup is the perfect setup to use in multiplayer. I feel like it's the best of both worlds: close range, medium range, even some long range if you have to. I love this thing. It's so much fun to use. I was slaying out with this thing. First up, we got the recoil booster. Give us that better fire rate, make it a bit more aggressive. For the barrel, I go for the shrouded. Better accuracy and control, but also a larger one-hit kill area. So this is basically Vital, but in the form of a barrel, which makes this very, very lethal, especially if you're hitting head, neck, or chest shots. It's gonna be insanely powerful. Going for the Slate reflector yet again. The remove stock in this case for the better movement, better sprint to fire, and better ADS. It's a little bit better than the folding or the skeletal in this case, in my opinion, so it makes it a bit more aggressive. The pistol grip's also gonna make it a bit more aggressive as well. If you wanted to though, and you really wanna maximize the control, hand stop would be a solid alternative to that. I go for the basic 9mm 64 round mags, just your usual extended mag. If you wanna try the 45, 48 round, which are the damage increasing ones, by all means, feel free to do so. I just feel like in multiplayer with the accuracy and recoil, alongside all the other attachments we have, which hurt those in some cases, it was just not as consistent as the 64 round mags were, so I really liked using these and they felt really solid for me. Again, lengthened and polymer gives us a bit of range there and control. Frenzy, which is basically quick fix in the form of a perk, and then also quick for the better mobility, just like before. And then lastly, we got the STG, another great choice for a rifle in general. It's been that way since the start of the game, honestly. Another top pick from quite a few of the pros. This thing is just really consistent when it comes down to it. Great for all ranges, easy to use, like it's just very well rounded. First up, again, we're going for the stabilizer, no different than before. We also got the 760mm barrel on here, better range, better accuracy, better control. Going for the 2.5 times G16 yet again if you want to. Slate reflector also works just fine here. I like using the folding stock here, gives it a little bit more versatility, and it makes it a bit more aggressive for some of those medium range fights if you're using it there rather than just long range. So adds some nice versatility, like I said, to it. Hand stop yet again, going for the 30 round Russian short here. Just damage increasing, makes it kill a little bit quicker. Thing's an absolute beast for medium to long range fights. Also going for lengthened and polymer, the deadly duo once again. Honestly, because Vital doesn't work with the 30 Russian short, all these other perks aren't really all that great. Sleight of hand, I guess, is the next best choice, gives you that faster reload, but using Vital would just be a waste, and none of these others really feel all that good. Then lastly, I'm going for fully loaded yet again. And with all that being said, those are my top 5 class setups to be running in Vanguard multiplayer right now. That's gonna wrap things up for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, this is the best place to be for everything going on in COD. So feel free to subscribe. That way you can always stay up to date. But once again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.